Hi everyone, Shell here, Shell's Nails. I'm going to do a wedding nail set. This is a collab with Mrs. B, so I'll leave the link to her video. And yes, I'm not going to use very many products. I'm going to keep it nice and simple. Simple pimple, as far as I'm aware. Anyway, so I've got two Born Pretty products. I have a Sparkle Supplies. I've got some stickers. Not sure which ones I'm going to use. Possibly these ones, I think, because I can put gems in. We'll see. But I've got those ones out as well, just in case. So yeah, I'm going to keep it nice and simple. And I will put a little few gems on, just to zhuzh them up a bit. And I think we're going to use, let me just grab it out of here. I think it's in this one. Where are you? There we are. So they're called Zia Twinkle. So it's got clear ones in, it's got pinky in, it's got like a clear glass. So it'll be easier if I put it in it. Put it in one of these for you. You'll be able to see it better. But like I say, I haven't quite decided. Might as well put the whole lot in there. I haven't quite decided. Look how pretty they are. Like how much of anything I'm going to put on. I'm not sure. It might just be a little bit in the flowers, because obviously you don't want them. I mean, these wouldn't be my wedding nails. Let me just point that out, because mine would be a little bit more zhuzhy. Right, so let's take these off of here. So I have a cat eye, which is Freedomland MY52. So that is a glass cat magnetic. And we'll have this one, which is Bling Pink, which is the Waterlight cat magnetic. So yeah, I'm just going to give them a little shaky shake. I didn't have me vibrating thing that uses the bottles, so I didn't have it plugged in. So yeah, so there you go. So I think we're going to have 3 of the sparkly and 2 of the cat eye, and it's as simple as that. But you'll see as we'll go along. So we'll just do these. This is a very, very pale, sort of a see-through, glittery pink. It's really, really pretty, as you can see. But when you get 2 coats on, oop, your bird's alive. That's just reminded me to get the gloves on. And last one on there of this colour. Is that one. What we'll do is we'll put that shit in the light. And then we'll get these 2 done. And then I'll do a second coat off camera. So now these ones, I don't know if I'm going to need 2 coats or whether I'll be able to get away with 1. Let's have a look. I mean, that's pretty. It's pretty opaque, that, isn't it? My time was zhuzhed up. This is a little bit thicker than usual. It's normally because it's red hot in this room, but it's not today. It's nice and cool in here today. So, not that I mind the heat. I mean, I do get hot. I get hot flushes and stuff like everybody of a certain age. But hey ho. There we go. Rid of that, and then we'll zhuzh this up and see what they look like. So, hoping you can see. So, light up down the side, and down the other side. Zhuzh it as much as possible. There we go. Nice. Give that 60 seconds. And then this one, do the same. And down the other side, it lights it up. And just make sure it's all lit up. And get these ones out the lamp. And we'll do a second coat of these and I shall be back. Right, so this one we're going to put some foil on it. This is essentially going to be the ring finger. Just ignore them on the bottom of there. In fact, I'll end up wiping them off because they're coming off anyway. So we've got some Sparkle Supplies foil gel. And you don't want it too thick, you don't want it too thin, you just want a nice coat. But when you're doing full cover, make sure you get those edges that should do it. There we go. Sometimes you can see the bits that you haven't covered, so that's that. I'll get these out. Right, the lamp is working, let's stick it. So that's 60 seconds. This is the other one. This one we're going to just wipe the tacky layer off and we're going to put some flowers on it. There we go. That's nice. So let's have a look at these. We could have a couple of like that, and then we could have a little stone on, couldn't we? These stickers are a bit of a mare. Once you get it up, it's all right. So I'm going to go high up with that one. That's it. Get it pressed down. And then I think we'll have a little one down the bottom. That should do it. Now I'm just going to show you, can you see how that sticker is just going over the edge of there? So what I would normally do, even if it was on my hand, squash it onto the nail as much as possible, and then I would take my file and I would file that. Okay, so that when you top coat it, you're not top coating on top of that little bit of, see there's a little bit hanging over the edge of there. So just press it down. And you can do that on your own nails, and then when you top coat, you know you're top coating onto the nail and not the sticker, basically. Go. That one isn't over the edge, so we're all right with that one. But that's a little tip from me to you. So we've got that on. This one has had 60 seconds, so we're going to put Layla on. Layla, no. Don't mind me. Got me on my knees, Layla. See, I've used this before. So I like to put my foil flat. That's just me, because I want to get this on straight. So I hold it flat and then I can see where I'm putting it, like so, and hopefully that'll be, the line will be nice. And then I'm going to go down the bottom first. Get those sides. Don't worry about this bit. Leave this in real time so you can see. Then I would pull it up a little tiny bit there. Get that with my nail. Right. I'm going to hold it in the middle, and then I'm going to start with the top. Because that's loose. When it's loose, it means this isn't having to bend. I'll have a crease in there, so I'll just pull it up, pull it back down. That's why I'm holding it in the middle, so that I can lift this up and down so I can see. I mean, it doesn't matter what foil gel you use. You can do this with all of them. Push from the outside to the, from the inside to the outside, it's easier. And then if there's any bits that you think don't want to stick, just give it a little bit firmer rub with that. Have a look. So you see we've still got bits of foil on the foil. So I'll just give it a little rub-a-dub-dub. That should transfer. And that is beautiful. So you see how it's nice and subtle. When the light hits it, you'll be able to see it. So if you're moving your ring finger about, you know, with your rings on, that'll catch the light. Lovely. So we'll just need to base coat that one and that one, and then we'll put gems on those. So we'll just leave them to one side for now. So these ones we're going to wipe the tacky layer off. Because we're going to put some stickers on some of these, and I think the other one, let me just check, So we've got ring finger and pointer, and want a middle nail with some gems on, and then I mean the thumb I would probably do the same as that, but we're not going to do that because it's boring. We'll just put some stickers on it. Or was it Frenches I wanted? Oh yeah, I wanted to do the Frenches. Don't mind me, I'm just making shit up as I go along. I had a little practice. Well, I'm having to do like little practice sets because when I turn the camera on to record, I'm going a bit blank for some reason. So yeah, I'm having to sort of do a little bit of a practice set and then have a play. You know, so I've got a general idea of what I'm doing rather than just starting from scratch, which I don't normally have to do, but on this occasion I do. Right, so that's the ring finger, that's the pointer finger. Middle for diddle, and we've got a pinky and a thumb. Right, okay, so pinky is going to have one of these on. It would probably have to be a small one if it was your pinky, but I'm going to use the big one because it's a bigger nail. But if it was on my pinky, I would put a small one on. Go. And get this in the middle for diddle. What's that like? That looks pretty good. Get that squished on. And again, if you go over the sides at anywhere, just give it a little file. I mean, or you can lift it up and you could trim it if you want, but I just find it easier just to push it down and then file around the edges. Because obviously if you don't and you top coat on top of that, if the sticker lifts, then the whole thing will come off. So that's that one. So that needs base coating. Told you this was going to be simple, didn't I? And I think these two are going to be Frenchy Frenches. Yes, French. We're going to do two Frenchy Frenches. So, but we're going to do the French where it... Oh, God, I thought I'd forgotten to get my white out. Now, let me just see if that goes nice with that. Yes, it does go nice with that. Because I did consider putting this on the bottom of there, but I don't think it'll show much, if you know what I mean. So I think we'll just do, the Frenches with the white, because we're like a French. It's nice, isn't it, on a set of wedding nails. Nice little French. I mean, we could have done a French on there if we wanted, but I just wanted a couple of little gems, and then we'll just put a couple of little bits and bobs on here. Right, leave that there. It's going to dribble. Right, so I don't have loads on my brush, and because this is kind of see-through, when I put my tips on here, there's another little tip for you. If you're putting them on tips like mine, use the edge of that underneath to just put that on there, and then you'll find, if you can see through that one as well, you're actually getting those in pretty much the same place if you use the bottom of that as a guide, like so. Yeah, and then obviously we'll use the French brush to make it. Let's get some gel on that. Just giving it a good swisheroo in there. It's not quite clean yet. And then you can get your brush to do what you want then. Go. So get some gel on your brush. Has that got a bit of fluff in it? Or not? No. Right, so just put a little half circle just there. You don't have to take it all the way up if you don't want to, just do a little half circle. That's what I like to see. There is a hairy Mary there. Look, see, I knew I thought it. I knew I saw it. And then the other side, just cut that corner off. If you want, you can turn the person's hand upside down to do the other side, which is what I would do, because I'm not very good at going up the other side. Just fill that little bit in. And then all you're doing is just perfecting that bit there, just with the end of your brush. And this little bit here, she's a very just keep your hand nice and steady. That's how, I mean, I've got shaky hands, so sorry, this has to be facing me a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. I need to change the angle of my setup. That's what I need to do. And just take that up the sides. Not happy with that one, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the end of my silicone tool. I'm just going to push that back. Cool. Nope, not enough. Go. That's it. So that's in real time. I'm not messing, like cutting bits out, because it does take me a while to do a French. I'm not super quick at it, but that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Get that shiny lamp. I think I would prefer one of these. I love to change reminders, you know. And then we'll put the other one on the other side. I do like a bit of symmetry. Can't help it. That'll do. That could have done with being over there just a little bit more. Don't know if I'll be able to get it up. Oop. Yes. There we are. Lovely jubbly. Right, so what I'll do is I've got these What am I going to put them on with? Where's my dotting tool? We'll just put a little bit in there. Alright, let me have a look. Alright, sometimes what I like to do is I like to get the gems, just put them where I, so I want the teeny tiny ones as well. They're going to be a pain in the arse. Right, so we'll get that one in the middle. And then what we'll do is we'll dot these ones around the outside, because it's not going to matter whether they're upside down or anything of that nature, because they're like little balls. Have I picked one up? Nope. Come on. Doesn't want to get off. Right. So that is just, I think that's just nice. It's enough to catch the light. Just put a few of these little bally things. I think that looks okay. Just tap them down. There we are, just a little bit of zhuzh. Get that shin lamp. Do the same with this one. And I have the clear one. And then we'll get the little dotties around the outside. I think that's it. They're so bloody tiny and, oh, bugger, and clear. I can't see. I can't see if I've got them all the way around. I think I have. Might need one there. There we go. That'll do. Nice little bit of bling. Right, okay, so we've got them nuked. Let me just move some bits and bobs out of the way. Right, so I have this. Now, you can get various types. You can get this one, which is a Born Pretty one. Actually, we might as well use the Born Pretty one, mightn't I? So let me just... There we are. So you can use that one like that, or it's got a brush on it, that's why I like that one. But I can't remember what make it is, but this one is the Born Pretty one. So you just take that off the end, and I normally get a put it upside and give it a little squirt, so, and then you start to see it come out. And then this is what I would do if I was doing it on a person. So I would go around the outside of those gems. You can cover them up because they're clear anyway. You're still going to get a shine off them. And I'll just show you. I don't know if it'll glow, but it's supposed to. Yeah, don't know if you can see it. But when you put this in the light, that glows. So you can see whether you've filled in all the little bits. That's the same colour light. Let me find a different one. That one's the same. Can't do it. I can't do it without showing you my lamp. So anyway, that's what I would do with each of those. Let's just put a little bit of gem gel around the outside, and then you know nothing's going to snag on it, because obviously a bride would have a veil on, etc. There we are, like that. Just get it in the lamp. Just 10 seconds. Same with that one. I'm not going over the top of the big ones. I'm just doing the small ones. And then, last but by no means least, that one. Go. I know it seems a lot, but you won't be able to see it. Get that to shin the lamp. Right, and once they're cured, where's my top coat? Top coat down. I've got the Born Pretty top coat, which is the super top coat, which is my all-time favourite. This is what I wear on my nails all the time. And then we're just gonna just push up against that. There we go. Be generous with your top coat, because then your flowers won't be wibbly wobbly. And just hold it upside down and let gravity do its thing. And then that's pretty good. Get that in the lamp. So I shall top coat the rest, get them on my little thing, and we'll have a look at them. Alright, there's the products. Here's the nails. I hope you like them. So I think they're very subtle, which is what you want, I suppose, from wedding nails, although I wouldn't have mine quite as subtle. But I like this idea of having the ring finger like a lace, as if it was the veil. Yeah, and then obviously that would be the thumb. But yeah, so there you go. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Should put the flash on. Here we go. You see all that beautiful glitter. Gorgeous cat eye. Very nice. Flash off. So there we are. Pop them down there. I'll show you the test nails that I did, just because why not? That is the test nails that I did. So this is more my, that's probably more like what I would have. Very similar. Just a bit of bling, and of course a bit of something a little bit pinky red. So, you know, you can, just depends what you want on your nails. Yeah, and I like them. So that was sort of a testy set to see what I wanted to do. And then I decided to keep them more subtle. So yeah, I hope you like them. Left the products out, so if you want to refer back to the thumbnail, you'll know what I used. Sparkle Supplies, 15% off, SHELLZ15, Born Pretty, SHELLZ10. Okay, and I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding-a-ling-ling, never miss an upload, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.